Hello, doing a quick update video. Now that we've got, oh wow, the volume's really down on this. Can I hear it at all? If I can, it's really quiet. Maybe I'm having that sound issue now too. Well, I'll have to look at that. But I'm doing a quick update on my progress so far and the way ahead. Oh, okay, there we go. So it's just some of the other sounds that aren't working right now. That's fine. Oh, there we go. I can hear everything. So I finally got based out here after that hardcore spawn. We went to 0-0. We caught the portal, and that took us back to this base because it was within range, but also in the Nether Fortress. And I was able to get another, well, 2 blaze rods. And with that, I have 1 to spare right here. And then I have 1 where I set up this machinery. So I'm going to talk about the path ahead, or what I'm going to look at next. I think I'm going to go for a few more blaze rods. And the thinking is, once I have those, I really want to be based further away from here towards that other location, because I'm going to head out from there to find points of interest like the temple or the witches hut, those types of things. So, and villages, so I can get villagers going and start the trades with them for the rest of the end game content. Well, I guess the transition from mid game to end game. But I would prefer to be out there than do it by Nether. The Nether is just so dangerous right now that I don't feel comfortable until I have some potions so that I can do some fire resistance. I'm gonna go down, and then I'm gonna be from square one trying to find this, nice place again, or the other one. And with being so far flung now, who knows? Let me look at those maps again. I was having an issue with maps, and I don't know if I did them wrong or what, but they didn't appear to be working for me. Maybe they'll work now. No. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. I don't know. Don't know what I did wrong with them, but they don't appear to be working at all. It's so strange. Well, I'll play around with them for a little while and see if I can figure it out. They're just not working at all. Okay. So let's talk about the early game real quick. So you start out, you punch your trees, you get your stone, once you have that, you build up to make it the first night. Once you make it the first night and second night by hiding out in little caves or something like that, and with your campfires, and you get a few creatures up, once you can get those few pieces of iron, you just have to survive long enough to get that chisel. Because once you have that crafting bench, you're basically at the early game of what was the early game before. So, if you can make it that first 2 days and get that chisel, you're pretty set. Because once you can get the crafting bench, the stone axe does such a good job now that you're kind of king of the surface. You can move around to get animals and that, as long as wolves don't take you down or something like that. But if you stick to valleys and away from wolf-infested territory, there's not too much during the day that you're going to have an issue with besides terrain, right? So you're good to go there. Then it's the difficult, bit of getting to the Nether, because you have to cave with limited torches, and it's really enjoyable to get down there and get your couple diamonds so that you can get back to the surface and open the Nether, possibilities and move on with that. So all the while, though, even once you have the stone pick, you can get your brick ovens and get your hemp going. And hemp's great because even beyond having mechanical power, you can use it for a string. What do I want to say? A string, something to use instead of string, right? And so you don't have to make a spider farm right away, like I was thinking about. So once you get your massive hemp farm going, then you get your windmill built up, which is really easy, of course. And then get it at your high position. Kind of interesting always with a windmill, because it forces you to build up in the air, where usually you would have no incentive to build too tall otherwise. So you get your windmill put in and good to go, and I put some power on there so that I can turn it off when I'm not using it, so that a storm doesn't knock that gearbox out on top of there. And then once you have your windmill going, you'll be able to grind hemp up quicker, and you also, once you have access to the Nether, you can grind up coal and nether rock and then make your nether coal. without having stoked furnaces or anything. So once you get into the nether and you get a blaze rod, then you can make your hibachis, of course. And then once you have the hibachis, you can get the bellows. And by using an alternating redstone pulse that you can set from the turntable, by having the turntable turn a block with a redstone torch on it, boom, you've got your stoked fires on the hibachi, and that'll get you be able to smelt tools. And 100% return on diamond, so you're good to go there. I'm pretty sure everybody has played that far. Most people that would watch this have seen that, but just in case you haven't. You know, these spikes are bugging the heck out of me. That I lost some of them when the house almost burnt down. Or the second time. The second time or the third time it almost burned down. That really bugs me about the maps. I'm not sure what's wrong. So from this point in the game, what you would do is I have my few blaze rods. And I need to get, because you can't make an enchanting table. And you can't make a broom stand. You can't make, what else? Well, no, the other item's not a vanilla item, but you can't make any of those, so you have to go out and find them. That's why I want a base further out that way. In addition to that, you need to get access to the villager trades, because they have the items you need to get to the end. With the nether, I'm going to chance it, and I'm going to continue to use the bow like I have been, and get those last few blaze rods. I could make do with this, and it's almost kind of tempting, because I could pull out one hibachi. I want to leave one in case there's an incident and I end up back here before I get anywhere else. So I could take out that hibachi, and then I could bring this blaze rod, head back over to my other base, and build up there so I can push out in every direction until I can find villagers, and then work with them at a closer distance. The issue is that I think just with 3 hibachis worth, it'll be a little bit slow, because you can put a 9x9 underneath here and get the quickest bang for your buck on being able to melt things down, or being able to make glass or materials, or if you have a mob trap, you can use a hibachi and melt things down for mobs, so that you can armor and everything else. So you can make like an infinite iron farm and whatever else. So I could wait and be slower, but I think the villagers, they'll probably end up with, maybe they'll have trades or something. So I think I want at least maybe 9, 10, just short of that, blaze rods. That's going to be a tall order though, because the magma cubes in there and the potential fire are so bad, there's really no surviving. I could take maybe one fire hit and then I have to get out of there. So I'll probably get a few until I feel like I've had a close call or something in there. And I'm not going to go in there with diamond. I'll probably go in there with just iron armor. And then after I have my few blaze rods, I'll grab some of this gear up, and I'll head back out into the ocean to the other base. Build up a little bit there, but you don't need much, because my purpose is to find a village. Because once I find the villagers, then I can initiate the trades, and around them, I'm going to have to build up the infrastructure and the factory and a mob trap and everything else to be able to work with them. So, once I have potions, I might even think about building in the nether, because I wouldn't be opposed to, I thought I heard an enderman, wouldn't be opposed to building some infrastructure and maybe some chest carts, so I can put materials on them and shove them along to move everything for large trades. Because last time I interacted with the villagers, they trade a substantial amount of equipment. And I don't know if they breed any longer. I hope they do. I think they do it with maybe diamond or emerald or something. But I'm not sure if they breed in substantial numbers enough that I'll be able to get all the trades off of them for the ender eyes and whatever other equipment I'm going to need from them. So that's the plan from here. And the biggest point of risk will be those other blazes. Oh my gosh, that's been bad. And if I hardcore spawn, then I'll just do some more demos of starting from scratch. I'm pretty comfortable with it now. There's a little element of luck there, because you have to get enough surface iron quickly enough so that you don't have to move around. And then once you get to that, you don't necessarily have to get to diamond, because once you know where 0, is in your world and you've based out there, then you could hardcore spawn, get your start, get your equipment up to some redstone, just a fleck of redstone to make your compass, and then you can get back to 0, get in a boat, and if you've marked everything out properly, you'll be able to get back. Like from right here, I don't know the path to 0. I know it's in that direction, but I need to go out there, and I need to... Oh, did I save any of those pumpkins? I'm going to have to go do a looting job and pick those pumpkins back up, or make some 19 new ones, so I can make pillars from here all the way back to 0, to find my way back here if I ever need to. But that's the update from here. Had a great time so far. I hope everybody else is. And I saw the recent change that Flower Child did. He took out glass from the early game. I don't think I ended up abusing it too much at all. I don't think anybody really abused it all that much, because it's beneficial for having to let light in your early base. But nothing you couldn't do by having a chimney on top of a house and to let the light in, but it's so tall that mobs can't climb, and then spiders, too small spiders can't get into it. So next one will be probably audio only, and then it'll be me hunting for blazes. And I hope you're having fun with yours too. And if you have, I want to try to do some interesting builds once I get out of here and back towards the villages and that. So build, Soul Forge, well, not Soul Forge, but a Soul Learn Factory probably, and a couple other things to get whatever the villager trades are. I'm going to have to get creative with the machinery. So I'll probably need some help if anybody's built a lot of machines recently, because I'm not the best with the automation. It ends up kind of like this, just being a mess of wiring. There's probably a million ways better with some torches that you could design this so that it would be nice and seamless. Just blink down here and then to pulse this on and off to stoke this. But I'll get it done, but it'll be god awful ugly. So I'll see you later.